What's going on, everybody? Bare Hands here, bringing you a Clash Royale video highlighting a new deck that I'm working on. Pretty excited about learning how to use the Mini Pekka and the Ice Spirit. So I just kind of wanted to highlight a couple of games that I played, as well as a replay of a game that I thought was pretty intense, had a pretty clutch ending. But starting off a game right here, I have my Princess and my Giant, my Mini Pekka, Ice Spirit, Cannon, and then the two OP spells, Poison and Zap, in my deck. And so what I'm trying to focus on now when I play is technical plays and kind of recognizing what technical plays my deck can handle before I even jump into a game. For instance, with the Giant, I can do the Aggro Giant to draw attention and pull them around to the other side of the map. We call it the Merry Chase or the Walkabout, depending on what unit it's pulling. And so here we go. I've got a Giant push going. I'm going to do a Poison spell, anticipating more being dropped. The Barbarians were placed really well by my opponent. They're not in the Poison spell, so maybe I could have dropped that Poison spell down a little bit lower to hit those units. But here I got a push coming back against me. I'm going to drop my Cannon, take some of the heat, and spread my units. In case he was going to drop a Poison spell here, I really don't want all of my units to be clumped together, so I would spread them out. And here comes his Hog. Don't have my Cannon because I just used it. Would have been nice to have the Cannon. Once I know that he has the Hog, ideally I would save my Cannon to counter the Hog so it didn't get any hits off on my tower. Paired with the Ice Spirit, that's a really, really strong combo. And so here we go. We got the Princess shooting the archers. I have it split on the other side, and she walks right out of range of that arrows as it comes down, which was really nice. So he's going to have to deal with the Princess over on the left side because of his missed arrows there. And then I have my Giant running in. I'm going to drop my Poison again, anticipating the Barbarians. And my Psychic spell was a fail. Okay, so we've got a nice Wizard coming at me. I am going to drop my Cannon to draw the Hog. I'm going to drop my Mini Pekka to help defend. The Ice Spirit is going to freeze units. You could see that Hog didn't even end up doing anything. And then we have the Cannon just essentially finishing off the Ice Wizard. Typically the Hog would have taken that Cannon out, but paired with the Ice Spirit, one more Elixir, made it so the Hog wasn't able to kill it, and then the Cannon ended up on defense. So really, really powerful there. Have another Poison spell going. Get my Princess down. Princess is going to do work on those Barbarians while they're in the Poison spell. And so I have the Giant approaching the tower. I don't think it's going to get there, but we've done some pretty good damage onto that tower. And I don't know what happens here. I guess that Mini Pekka was so intimidating. My opponent leaves the match, and I'm able to secure that star. Never give up, guys. Never know when somebody's going to get disconnected or run away in fear. So really great ending to, well, maybe not a really great ending, but at least I got the win on that round. So we're going to jump into another match here in a second after I open up some of these chests quickly. And again, talking about technical plays in your match. With the deck that I'm playing with right now, I am trying to get better at placing my Ice Spirit behind my tower when the miner is coming at me. I can drop it before the miner even lands. It will freeze it, and then I'm able to surround it without having to anticipate where it's necessarily going to go. The same with my Princess. I'll drop my Princess. They drop the miner on my Princess, but I don't know which side the miner is going to go. So I can drop the Ice Spirit, freeze the miner, and kill it before it's able to take out the Princess. And so here we go. This guy must have heard what happened to his friend, that domination of the last game. And so he runs away again. So we're going to have a really skill play on my part, unless he comes back. Here we go. We're going to push that tower, get our tank out front. Princess is firing away, and our Mini Pekka is going to go to work. I'm going to protect that Princess with the guards. Not really sure if that's the best way to use them, because they kind of push the Princess forward in case they were to drop something on the Princess. I've had it happen to where the guards don't really protect it, so I still have to figure out the best way to protect my princess if it's worth it. She's a pretty cheap card, which is why she's so good. If they use arrows, it's an equal trade, so you don't really lose anything dropping your princess and having her arrowed out. So jumping right into another game here. That one was a wash. So here we go. Rolego. Let's see what you got. Building up my elixir. Probably going to just go for a big push here. Distract these spear goblins here. Have my giant walking down. I'm going to get my mini Pekka down to push with the giant and a bomb tower. Not used to seeing bomb towers around this level. And so we're going to see how the mini Pekka giant handle it. Only 3 of those minions end up getting hit by the poison spell, which isn't that great. Well, they kind of wandered into it, so my tower was able to take them off with only getting 1 hit off. So that's an insane amount of damage the minions can do if they're left alone. So building up my elixir again, and we've got the giant here. Now, I'm playing a very similar deck to what I'm playing. So he's countering me with pretty similar to what I have. He's got the bomb tower instead of the cannon. And I'm going to drop my cannon too far over to the right. It should be, well, actually, no. I placed it perfectly. Take that. Mini Pekka is going to take out the wizard. I place it behind. I'm going to zap the barbarians to get another hit off. Take the giant out without it dealing too much damage. I'm going to get the princess down to splash those barbarians so they don't get to my tower. Those guards are really amazing at defending. Even if I hadn't hit the wizard with my mini Pekka, I would have had a pretty decent shot at still dealing large amounts of damage, even if the wizard hit the guards because of that shield. So it still takes 2 hits. So I tried to drop my Ice Spirit on that princess, if you saw, and I just timed it a little bit too late, and the princess still got her other shot off and killed mine. But that would have been sweet if I was able to prevent that with my Ice Spirit. It's just a really great card at throwing down to defend. Throwing down my cannon here again to draw the giant. Giant's going to go over. I'm going to throw my guards on the giant. They do a lot of damage. Get my princess down in the back. We've got the barbarian and wizard combo coming. He's going to arrow out my princess. And I imagine my tower is going to take a little bit of damage, but I'm able to get the mini Pekka down there and distract those units before they can start racking up a lot of damage. So nice defense there. The mini Pekka can't get a swing off on that bomb tower, but I'm prepping for another big push, throwing my giant down, and he throws his giant down on the other side. So again, this is kind of like back and forth. Maybe I should have threw my giant closer to the river on that one, anticipating him pushing as well, so I could have got a preemptive push. But that's not the case. So now I have to get a push going as well as defend the right side. I can have that cannon for the giant. He throws down his minion horde. I don't have my poison here. And I get it down on the map with a huge amount of troops coming toward my tower. So really lucky that I was able to get that down. Maybe not lucky, but my Ice Spirit misses the princess. So I'm going to have to drop my guards on her as well. I think I still would have had to drop something, but my main goal was there to keep my princess from getting hit if she wandered close to my tower getting splashed there. So I'm going to zap out these barbarians so my princess could splash them. My mini Pekka can do work on the giant. Get my cannon down, and look at that. Too far to the right. Only 1 tile away from my tower will not work. You have to get it 2 tiles away from the opposite side tower, and you have to do it before the giant is 2 squares past on your side. If he's walked 3 tiles forward, he's not going to target that far-placed cannon. And so look at my tower. I don't want that giant to get a hit off, so I do a zap. That was kind of wasted. My giant's running toward and hitting his tower, but the match runs out with 50 HP on my left tower. So I am okay with that draw. I think I might have been able to push it there, but the chances of him getting to his a zap spell or something like that sooner was pretty good. And so here we go. Jumping into this replay that I recorded for you guys. It was such a clutch ending. I just had to show you. Don't have a good start to the Royal Giant, so I'm going to throw down my guards. Again, look at the princess splashes the shields, unable to kill them within 2 shots. So really powerful. I throw down that poison spell to kill the princess so that my princess could go forward without getting killed, slow down the royal giant. I try to save my princess with the mini Pekka, but he is a little too slow. Well, no, it wasn't too slow, but the musketeer, for some reason, targeted my princess instead of the mini Pekka. It looked closer to the mini Pekka to me, but I'm not the game, so I don't make the rules. Saving up my elixir here. Probably going to do a push here with my giant if I remember. Going to drop it in the back so that I can build up a little bit of elixir. And I am aware that he is a royal giant user now, so I have that cannon in the bag with the ice spirit and the guards so that when he drops that royal giant, I am able to get it to target the cannon and then drop that ice spirit to stun it. But I'm going to drop the Ice Spirit to hit the Musketeer, which would have worked on a same level rare, which would have been a level 7 Musketeer. It would have gotten one shot off. Then I would have frozen it, and the Musketeer would have died to the tower. But because it was level 8, it was unable to kill it. So here we go again. I'm throwing my guards down to protect the princess, but the splash from the Ice Wizard ends up killing the princess. So a little too late, I guess, in my dropping of the guards. But that one epic guard with that spear ends up getting the Ice Wizard and runs to its doom to that tower. But did a good job in taking out that level 2 Ice Wizard. So I'm feeling pretty good at this point. My tower is low, but I know I can distract it. I'm going to get my cannon down, but too far. I misplaced my cannon. I'm going to throw my Ice Spirit down to stop the Royal Giant for a moment. But look at it. It's still able to walk up, hit my tower several times, doing hundreds of damage. And my mini Pekka is left to run up there alone and die to the barbarians. So I've got barbarians coming toward my tower. I'm going to poison the princess and the barbarians to stop that. My giant walks all the way up to the tower and takes it out, unhindered. And here we have 3 musketeers dropping, getting splashed by my princess, taking out my wizard, or taking out my giant rather, and they're going to take a lot of damage from my princesses. They're a 9 elixir cost card, and I was able to take them out with my princess, what am I trying to say here? Either way, I was able to take them out with Splash. I try to push the Royal Giant with my cannon there, which is another technical play you want to be aware of, but I dropped it too far to the left. And so really trying to play some technical plays, but unable. My Pekka is targeting the tower. The barbarians would have killed it, but the Ice Spirit froze the barbarians for 2 seconds while my mini Pekka chopped away at that tower, giving me the victory. So really, really clutch win at the end there. A split second earlier with his barbarians would have won that for him. So thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more gaming with bare hands.